In the far reaches of the night sky, beyond the stars and the vastness of the universe, there lies a mystery so ancient that it challenges everything we think we know about human history. What if everything we thought we knew about ancient Mesopotamia, one of the earliest cradles of civilization, is missing a crucial piece of the puzzle? What if the Sumerians, the Akkadians, the Babylonians, people we've always believed to be purely of Earth, actually had help from somewhere not of this world? What if their gods weren't gods at all, but extraterrestrial beings? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious chapters of human history. Could the gods of Mesopotamian mythology actually be extraterrestrial visitors? Today, we're going to explore the fascinating possibility that Mesopotamia may have been visited by extraterrestrial beings, as we revisit lost knowledge of Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, the land between the biblical Tigris and Euphrates rivers, where the Garden of Eden was said to exist. It's often called the cradle of civilization because it birthed some of the earliest urban societies, writing systems, and monumental architecture. From the Sumerians in the south to the Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians in the north, Mesopotamia was home to cultures that shaped the world as we know it. But there's one thing these ancient peoples shared. They all believed in gods, but not just any gods. These gods were not like the gods of other cultures. They were powerful, mysterious, and often described in ways that suggest they may have not been gods at all. Take, for example, the Sumerian god Anu, the king of the gods. Anu was said to live in the heavens, a place not just metaphorical, but almost like another world altogether. Could these gods have been extraterrestrials? Let's explore. Among the most intriguing figures in Mesopotamian mythology are the Anunnaki. These beings are often depicted as powerful and otherworldly, arriving from their home world, Nibiru, to govern and guide humanity. The word Anunnaki roughly translates to those who from heaven to earth came, which immediately raises questions. Who were these beings really? The Anunnaki are frequently described as coming down from the sky, wielding advanced knowledge and interacting with humanity in ways that seem beyond the abilities of mere mortals. But it's not just the stories that are so captivating. It's the artifacts and ancient texts that describe them. For centuries, historians and archaeologists have puzzled over the descriptions of gods who didn't seem to belong to the natural world. They had knowledge of astronomy, advanced engineering, and also creation stories, and great flood stories that predate the biblical accounts. Was the sky they came from a literal space, or could it be a metaphor for an advanced technological civilization? Many suggest that these beings weren't gods in the traditional sense. They were visitors from another world, bringing with them technology that far surpassed what the people of Mesopotamia could have ever imagined. The Sumerians left behind one of the most important records of human history, the cuneiform tablets. These clay tablets contain a wealth of knowledge, from laws and mathematics to stories of gods and creation. And among them, there are strange accounts that hint at something extraordinary. Take, for example, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest story in the world. Gilgamesh was said to have stood 18 feet tall and was 2/3 god and 1/3 man, an Anunnaki extraterrestrial human hybrid who was the son of the priest king Lugobanda and the Anunnaki goddess Ninsun. The epic tells the tale of a king, Gilgamesh, who embarks on a journey to find immortality. Along the way, he meets Utnapishtim, also known in Sumer as Ziusudra, who was said to be the only survivor of a great deluge, a great flood that predates the biblical flood story of Noah. But what's truly fascinating is that Utnapishtim's survival wasn't by chance. He was chosen by the Anunnaki god Enki to survive the deluge and preserve human life on Earth. But what were these gods really? Were they divine beings or just extraterrestrial visitors performing genetic experiments? According to Zecharia Sitchin's The Lost Book of Enki, the Anunnaki are said to have first come to our world from their home world Nibiru over 445,000 years ago to mine gold, which they needed to repair their ozone on their world, which was destroyed through nuclear war. The Anunnaki couldn't handle the extensive labor alone. Therefore, they crossed their DNA with the developing race of beings on Earth to fashion a more intelligent worker being to assist with the labor, thus creating the modern humans of today. There are various accounts in the Lost Book of Enki that read very similar to science fiction novels, describing ancient technological devices, UFOs, and the welcoming and arrival of Anunnaki gods from their home world of Nibiru to planet Earth. The 12th tablet reads, "When the celestial chariot of Anu at Earth arrived, Anunnaki skyships toward its sword. For a safe landing at the place of the chariots, in Tilmun, it was guided. Utu, the place's commander, his great-grandparents to planet Earth welcomed." In the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation myth, the gods in this myth seem to be more than just divine entities. They're described as engineers of creation, manipulating the forces of nature to shape the world. Could this be evidence of advanced beings using their technology to create and shape life on Earth? One of the most compelling arguments for the extraterrestrial hypothesis is the astonishing level of technology that Mesopotamians seem to possess, far beyond what they should have had at the time. The ancient Sumerians were masters of mathematics and astronomy. They developed a sexagesimal number system, which is based on the number 60 and is still used today to measure time. Their understanding of the stars was so advanced that they could predict celestial events with incredible precision. And then there's the concept of the gods, who are credited with teaching these ancient people such advanced skills. Were the Anunnaki teaching them these secrets, or were they sharing knowledge from a distant advanced civilization? Could the technology they brought be far more sophisticated than what the people of Mesopotamia ever hoped to develop on their own? Could the Anunnaki have been extraterrestrial visitors, travelers from another star system, or even other galaxies? When we look at ancient Mesopotamian texts and the elaborate depictions of gods descending from the heavens, it's hard to ignore the possibility that these stories could be grounded in something other than mythology. The similarities between the descriptions of the Anunnaki and modern accounts of extraterrestrial visitors, sightings of crafts from the sky, encounters with beings who possess knowledge far beyond our own, are striking. In fact, many ancient astronaut theorists believe that these gods were not gods at all, but rather visitors from other planets, leaving their mark on our history and influencing the development of early human civilization. According to the Plejaren, the story of the Anunnaki is mostly based on various misconceptions, misdirection, and some mythological facts. The Nibiru story of a planet with a 3,600-year elliptical orbit was not a habitable planet that supported life, but can be traced back to an enormous comet that the Plejaren referred to as the Great Destroyer, which has been responsible for mass destruction throughout our solar system and was also responsible for the biblical Great Flood. The extraterrestrial beings that once inhabited the region of Mesopotamia were refugees originally from Sirius. The planet Tiamat refers to the ancient name of a planet that once existed between Mars and Jupiter, also known as Phaeton, Malona, and now known as Ceres by modern-day astronomers. The planet Malona was said to have been destroyed in an ancient war, and the destruction of this planet is what created the asteroid belt, which was referred to as the Hammered Bracelet in ancient Sumerian writings. Could the Plejaren contact reports contain the real truth about the Anunnaki and Mesopotamian history? The discovery of the Sumerian cylinder seal known as VA-243, unearthed in the ancient ruins of Ur, modern-day Iraq, has intrigued archaeologists and conspiracy theorists alike due to its startling depiction of what appears to be our solar system. The seal, dating back to around 3000 BCE, features a series of celestial bodies, including what many believe to be the sun surrounded by planets in remarkably accurate positions, suggesting a sophisticated understanding of planetary movements. This engraving, which displays a central star with 12 distinct orbiting objects, has fueled speculation that the ancient Sumerians may have had knowledge of our solar system far beyond what was scientifically known at the time. Some suggest that this could indicate contact with extraterrestrial beings who imparted advanced astronomical knowledge to the early Mesopotamian civilization. In 1938, an archaeologist by the name of Wilhelm Koenig discovered one of the most intriguing ancient artifacts near modern-day Baghdad. Estimated to be over 2,000 years old, the artifact consisted of a clay jar with a copper cylinder and an iron rod, which some researchers believe could have been used to generate electricity, an advanced concept that wouldn't be replicated until thousands of years later. This artifact is known as the Baghdad Battery and has led to speculation that it may have belonged to a civilization far more advanced, potentially even an extraterrestrial race. Could this technology have been passed down by visitors from the stars, offering early humans a glimpse into a power source far beyond their time? While the true purpose of the Baghdad battery remains a mystery, its discovery raises fascinating questions about the potential for ancient technologies and the possibility that ancient civilizations had knowledge of electricity long before modern science. Archaeologists excavating at Tel Al-Ubaid in Iraq made an unusual discovery when they unearthed several 7,000-year-old artifacts appeared to represent humanoid figures with reptilian features. The main site where the unusual artifacts were discovered is called Tel Al-Ubaid, although figurines were also found in Ur and Eridu. The Al-Ubaid site is a small mound of about half a kilometer in diameter and 2 meters above ground. First excavated by Harry Reginald Hall in 1919, male and female figurines were found in different postures. Most of the figurines appear to be wearing a helmet and have some kind of padding on the shoulders. Other figurines were found to hold a staff or scepter, possibly as a symbol of justice and ruling. Each figurine has a different pose, but the strangest of all is that some female figurines also appear to be breastfeeding, with the child also represented as a reptilian entity. The figurines are presented with elongated skulls, almond-shaped eyes, long tapered faces, and a reptilian-type nose. What exactly they represent is completely unknown. According to archaeologists, their postures, such as a female figure breastfeeding, do not suggest that they were ritualistic objects. So what did these Ubaid reptilian figures represent? Whatever they were, they appear to have been important to the ancient Ubaidian people. We know that the serpent was a major symbol used in many societies to represent a number of gods. For example, the Sumerian god Enki, and the snake was used later on as the symbol for the brotherhood of the snake, supposedly an ancient secret society. Is there a link between the symbol of the snake and the representations of reptilian beings? For now, these questions remain unanswered. Was ancient Mesopotamia a beacon for alien visitors? Or is it all just an ancient myth with a twist of imagination? We may never know for sure, but the idea that our ancient past may have been influenced by beings from beyond our planet remains one of the most intriguing mysteries of all time. So, as we look back on the incredible legacy of Mesopotamia, we're left with more questions than answers. But in the end, it's not just about the question of extraterrestrial contact. It's about the enduring mystery of how ancient civilizations, whether on Earth or beyond, have shaped the human story. And perhaps the answers lie hidden in the stars above us, waiting to be uncovered. What do you think? Did ancient Mesopotamia have extraterrestrial visitors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Mesopotamia's extraterrestrial past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a journey of lost knowledge with James Jeremy. See you in the next video.